The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
So I stop in a local bar, people. I go to the bar, I rent my coat, I call the bartender. I said, look man, come down here. You got down there, so what you want? One bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
Good evening, everybody. How we doing tonight, Jimbo?
Doing great.
All right, man. Glad to hear that. Good evening, everyone. This is Johnny Blender. Welcome to Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. We got some big things happening tonight. I got some scoops just a few minutes before the show started, but those will be a little bit down the road. Good evening. Let's see. I've got to put my glasses on. That's too small. Steve Godwin. That's who I got the scoops from. Steve Godwin listened to us on Periscope. Man, Brandon Vale, he's popped in. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Ryan Carey, he was the first one on the show last week. Dale Burrell's joined in. Man, I'm getting overwhelmed here all of a sudden. Charlie Benson. Oh, Charlie Benson, you got to hang on for just a few minutes. Let me get through this intro, and I've got a scoop for you. So hang out 5 more minutes and get this scoop. Bailey Trosclair's joined. Frederick Roseman. Hey, Bailey, you need to slap Steve in his head a little bit. The Richard is starting to rub off on him. My buddy Frederick Roseman is tuned in. He is working. Freddie's an artist friend of ours who's working on the new T-shirt for the Adrian's Fury Dragster. That just, with all this stuff jumping and popping all at the beginning of the show, it messed my intro up on my notes. So I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. I got overwhelmed. Coming to you from Independence, Louisiana, the heart of the South. Send a big shout out to my hardly ever intoxicated producer, Jimmy Bell, out of Boston, Mass. You can catch his show, Pot Talk, here on Armed Radio, Thursday nights, 8 Eastern time. Him and Paul Daniels. It's a great show. If you have a thin skin and you love liberals, this is the show for you to listen to. Just listen to it once. I promise you, you'll love it. Everybody loves Jimmy Bell and Paul Daniels. Oh crap, that's not working. Oh, there we go. All right, Steve Godwin from the ADRL just called and gave me a scoop just before the show came on. The ADRL race is going to be streaming live on Motor Mania TV November 7th and 18th in Rockingham, North Carolina. All days, both days. The ADRL will also be hosting Door Slammer War Games, No Prep, Anything Goes at the Rock November 17th. And Charlie Benson. I hear Michael Tobacco is changing his blower from a 1470 to a 1471, getting ready for you. So it's starting to get hot in Rockingham. Now, Charlie, you heard that here first. I don't know if anybody else has told you about that, but the guy stepping up to a 1471 at 200 mile an hour got him scared. He's changing. I don't know what he was running, but if he was running at 8, he picked up a lot. Also, the Reaper from Street Outlaws just got an update. He will be at the Rock promoting his birthday bash December 15th and 16th, and they will be filming for TV. At the Reaper's No Prep birthday bash in Edinburgh, at Edinburgh Motorsports Park in Edinburgh, Texas. Hold on, my notes thing here isn't working right. Man, I got messages coming to me. Yeah, you hear that, Charlie? He's going to bring it. Charlie Benson, Steve. Charlie Benson tells tells him to bring it on. Tell the tobacco man to bring it on. He said he could probably smoke a little tobacco while he was there. Speaking of which, smoking a little bit of tobacco, that just brought me into another segment of the show. Our wonderful show sponsors at Mike Cigars sponsors our cigars for our shows. Tonight we're going to be smoking one of these wonderful AVOs. Now some people call them Avos. I call them Avos for a long time, but when I go in and ask people at a cigar store to order me a box of Avos, they looked at me like I was stupid. So I kind of looked at it a little bit, and AVO is what I call them now. This is a little Robusto. That's a wonderful cigar. I first started smoking these AVOs back in 2000. First time I had to have one, it was the Tubos, and they were just really, really good cigars. They were expensive little cigars, but I liked them. Couldn't smoke them as much as I wanted to because the price on them was a little high. But Mike's Cigar has got wonderful prices and wonderful shipping on all their cigars. So if you want a good cigars, go to mikecigars.com. Check out their specials. They've got a 5-pack cigar special starting at like $21.95, I think. Their shipping's really cheap and fast, really fast. I ordered some cigars today, and they got here yesterday. That's fast shipping. Oh, I'm joined by the Southern Horror Queen, Lynn Gibson, and that is Horror Queen.
That's right. Make sure you get that extra syllable.
Yeah, I get that. Just I mess it up.
You slip up every once in a while.
Oh, Steve Rhodes, Richard's older brother, is checked in.
Oh, dear God, Steve, no. We got to talk. We're going to have a chat.
Good cigar. And you want to try that?
I do.
And it's becoming a stable point of the show, just as it was a stable point for Justified, the TV series, all those years. The Harlan County Apple Pie Moonshine, which I am taking a strong liking to. Now, last weekend, we had a little bit too much of the Apple Pie Moonshine on the show, and it didn't really kick in until about 15 minutes after the show was over. And at that time, I was over. Smooth. No, it really is. It's really smooth. That was one of my kind of a bucket list thing for me after watching Justified all those years. I wanted to try Harlan County, Kentucky Apple Pie Moonshine, and it is truly unbelievable. It's really, really good.
You're going to have to reach out to John Thompson and ask him if the moonshine's better over there than it is in Harlan.
Well,
you might have to get him.
I will work that into the Night Risers part of the show, which is just in a few minutes.
Okay.
I see David Finch has joined in, and David, I'm ready to kill car dealers. If you heard it here first, Johnny Blender is ready to kill some car dealers.
Somebody's going in a book.
We're putting them in a book, I'm telling you. Let's see. All right. Last week, well, that's some pretty cool stuff came into us from the ADRL.
Yep.
Michael Tobacco. That's the guy that's changing his blower to go after Steve Godwin. That dragster of Godwin's is coming down from New York.
Well, it's going to turn into a heck of a little grudge thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's starting to look like it. It's starting to look like it.
I like that.
Steve Godwin's shooting me some. No, I have never had. I think what he's talking about. He asked me if I ever had creamsicle ice cream, and I'm thinking he may be talking about creamsicle moonshine. Or creamsicle ice cream moonshine. No, I have not had that, Steve, but if you'll pick me up a quart of that, I'll send you the address and let UPS be the bootleggers for a while. I love it. All right, last weekend, we had a pretty good weekend. Last weekend, they had some really good racing going on. Let me get my cell phone on in case I get any of these people calling in. Let's see. We had Jesse Holmes had his Southern Outlaw Gasser 6 event in Atmore, Alabama. And Jesse, if you're listening, I was leaving the house, got down the road from the house a little bit, and water pump on the truck broke. So I spent Saturday waiting for the water pump to get here and getting it changed out. And by the time I got it changed out, I was just absolutely disgusted with my parts house. So I didn't make it. I really apologize. I was really looking forward to getting over there to that. I got a couple of messages from Ken Thibodeau while I was there. I was following the action on the video feeds that Tommy Killingsworth was posting. So I almost felt like I was there, but I wasn't the same as there. Would you hand me that right there? Also, if you're watching, I don't know if he has any left over, but Jesse Holmes made these wonderful Southern Outlaw Gasser shirts. He had them in yellow and gray. The Southern Outlaw Gasser logo is on the front. And the really cool Southern Outlaw Gassers picture is on the back. And I think Jesse, I don't know if he still has any of these or not, but if you'd like them, you can look under Southern Outlaw Gassers here on Facebook or Jesse Holmes on Facebook, and I think he's selling those for $20 shipped to your door. So it's a real good deal, and it supports, good old-fashioned drag racers. Now saying that, I want to say Jesse I got a little bit of updates from Jesse. Ken Thibodeau, it had a video of Ken warming his car up and one video of Ken making a pass down the track in his car. I think Ken's left now. Him and his wonderful wife, Sandy, have left Atmore and headed to Orlando for another race this weekend. But let me look here on my notes. All right, the winners are, I've got different categories. Brad Outlaw from Flowwood. This was the winners on best 5 reaction time. So Brad Outlaw, Flowwood, Mississippi, with a 001 reaction time.
Wow.
Cody Christian, Pascagoula, Mississippi, with a 005. Shane Hickman from Theodore, Alabama, with a 012. Greg Burt from Petal, Mississippi, with a 014. Larry Alston from Mobile with a 015. So good job on the Outlaws for the cutting their lights. Long haulers, the people who drove the longest distance to get to the Southern Gassers Outlaw race, GBO6, Todd Baker, Marlow, Oklahoma, 817 miles.
Wow.
John Schwick from Dayton, Indiana, 744 miles. Rick and Terry Osborne, Appomattox, Virginia, 737 miles. James and Jenny Collins, Springfield, Missouri, 730 miles. Chuck and Marcella Lipka, Eureka, Massachusetts, 726 miles. And Jesse said his brother in Christ, Rick Savalas, Rick, S-I-L-A-S. Silas, okay. Rick Silas, Corpus Christi, Texas, 725 miles. So this was a race in Atmore, Alabama, that people drove 800 plus miles to come be a part of. So I mean that's great.
That says a lot.
It really does. Jesse puts on a good event. The top burnout winners: Shelby Beard, Shelby Barad, B-E-R-A-R-D, Barad.
Sounds good.
And the runner-up was Craig Schuber. And everybody, if I'm saying your name wrong, it's cool because it's just one of the things I do. John Everell, my buddy, the colonel, I believe John was a colonel in the Marine Corps. Went to school with him, grew up with him, Picayune, Mississippi. Great guy. Had two other brothers, Rookie and Kenneth. One of them was a West Point guy. The other one was another Annapolis guy. Their dad was an Annapolis guy, Mr. Peter Everell. John, I bet you didn't think I had a memory like that. My memory's pretty darn good, but I cannot remember your mother's name to save my life. And she was a really nice. Me and John played baseball together and football together, and it was always kind of cool. We ran around in high school together. We got.
Oh Lord, so he was a deviant.
We got into trouble. The Everells always had cool cars. They had a Trans Am that was just awesome. Ronnie and Lori Owens have checked in. Hope everything in Katy, Texas is doing well. All right, so that was a little bit about the Southern Outlaw Gassers.
I'm impressed with those pedal times.
Yeah, man, they was hitting it. They were hitting it.
Indeed.
All right, let's see. I'm moving forward and backwards in my notes.
Dear God.
You know.
Oh, I know. Every day
it's not easy being married to you. You hear that? You hear that? Somebody's getting on their car down the road because they know I'm on right now. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, then we go to the $1 million bracket race in Montgomery, Alabama last weekend. The Cummings Motorsports boys were there. Slate and Cole were there. I think I saw Johnny Ezel was the one who won, so if that's correct, I think it was Johnny Ezel. Right. $1 million.
But there's so many horror cons.
Yes. $1 million. It was 4 hours away from us. $1 million. The Adrian's Fury Dragster could have been all over that. Cole Cummins, I can't remember how far he went into the race, but my buddy Cole, I know he's listening tonight. Uh-oh, I got an update from Frederick. He says he may not smoke, but I make those cigars look worth it. Let me tell you something, Freddie. The cigars are good, and no, I got thumbs up that. The apple pie moonshine is wonderful. Wonderful. Whew. Need a little water back for that. And it's only 19 minutes into the show, and I'm already drinking apple pie moonshine, so it may be a repeat of next week.
Oh, God.
I was feeling fever and fleshiest last week after the 119 proof. We're going to try to crank the dragster with this just to see if we can.
Why you want to waste a good moonshine?
Because, I mean, not only is it cool that I got Harlan County moonshine, it would be really cool if I could crank the dragster with it.
I think you should crank the dragster with some Renegade Racing Fuel.
Renegade Racing Fuel is what we run in the dragster. Renegade. Just pour it in and win. Isn't that right, Cole? Cole Cummins, Renegade Racing Fuel. You can get that Renegade Racing Fuel here at Performance Metal and Vampire Chassis. And we can beat anybody's price on it. Our prices on it are unbelievable. Now, with that being said, if you need Renegade Racing Fuel for this weekend, we are leaving town tomorrow to go to Night Risers in Elizabethtown or E-Town, Kentucky. Anyway, before I jump to that Night Risers thing, I wanted to say 647 cars started the $1 million race, and Slate Cummings got down to 10.
Wow.
10.
That's awesome.
So Slate is just killing it. And with the Cummins Motorsports, you know, I'd like to give a quick shout out to a couple of their sponsors: Renegade Racing Fuel, Mosier Engineering, Weld Wheels, Hoosier Tires and Wheels. I don't have that list up, but you know, these are some big companies that really help these guys roll. And I'm telling you, Cummins Motorsports they usually show up with 7 cars. They're headed right now to Redemption at Texas Motor Speedway in Eunice, Texas. Shannon Craig Morgan is running the Redemption 10 this weekend. The great thing about Redemption 10 is Redemption likes to take care of its active duty military. So if you're active duty military and you go to Redemption this weekend, you show them your active duty military, free admission. Free admission. If you're a first responder, show them your active duty, your identification card as a first responder, free admission. That's what I like about the Redemption series, and they're always helping. They're always helping people, not only in racing, but I mean in just being good humans.
They've done a whole lot of charity events.
They've done charity stuff. They've helped flood victims. They have helped rescue animals. They have breast cancer awareness, blood drives. I mean, these events, redemption series races are way more than drag races. But I mean, it's drag racing too. Mike Gallo.
Oh Lord!
Let me tell you about Mike Gallo. Man, it looks like this is a school class reunion tonight. All my old friends from growing up are coming on board. Mike Gallo just celebrated a birthday not too long ago, and I started to send him a picture of me. When I turned 16 years old, Mike Gallo was sitting at the table in Mama's house eating dinner with us. And Mama told me happy birthday, and Mike said, "It's your birthday?" And I said, "Yeah." And he may not even remember this. He jumped up and grabbed his wallet out of his back pocket, and I was going, no, because I thought he was fixing to pull out some cash and give it to me. I was like, no. Mike Gallo pulled out one of his school pictures and handed it to me.
Oh, well.
Mama still got it.
Did he autograph it for you?
No, it was one of those little bitty 1.5 inch.
Happy birthday.
My buddy Mike Gallo, now he's Captain Mike Gallo. If you are in the Slidell area, hey Mike, why don't you shoot me the name of what that charter service of yours is? He takes people out fishing. He does fishing charters.
I'd love to go fishing.
So yeah, that would be, I can't remember, and evidently he just is not. Come on, Mike. Use those 2 fingers that you type with and tell me what the name of that fishing charter service of yours is. Let's see if we can get some of our listeners to come out there and call you to go fishing. If he doesn't send it to me, I tell you what, I will put it up on the Whiskey Cars and Cigars page and the Johnny Blender Show page after the show. So if you want to get out of the Lake Pontchartrain and the surrounding areas, do a little bit of fishing, Mike Gallo is the captain to go see. You can catch him every now and then on TV. I can't remember. I think it's Channel 4. I think, but I'm not sure. I don't watch normal TV anymore. I don't watch TV anymore.
Well, if they play more horror movies.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, if you get over here to the Hammond area and you want to stop by and try some of this apple pie moonshine from Harlan, Kentucky, it's wonderful. It tastes so much like apple pie, you want to put ice cream in it. Me and Mike Gallo used to go to the bowling alley, Pontchartrain Lanes in Slidell, and drink slow gin fizzes underage.
Everybody went to Slidell underage.
I know. Gallo was the influence. Mike Gallo's the one that got me to start drinking.
Oh dear God!
I never drank until me and Mike Gallo started hanging out.
Happened anyway.
Oh yeah.
It was just there at the right time.
Yeah.
It was like, what, 7?
No, man. I'm getting thumbs up and smiley faces, and evidently Josh TKO Turner hadn't checked in tonight because he's the only one I know that has a bird icon that goes across there, and there's not one with wings. I don't know how the hell he did that. Let's see.
He's in Tupelo tonight.
Yeah, he's in Tupelo. I don't know what. Oh, he's at the Haunted Castle.
He's making an appearance tonight.
Yeah, he made an appearance at a school last night in Tennessee.
I think so.
East Side Elementary, and talked about his trials and tribulations in life and adversity and autism and things like that he's dealt with and is dealing with, as well as being a pro wrestler and an actor and a wonderful
crowd motivator.
Oh man, he's a crowd motivator. Me and him together were not good in Kentucky. He stood up with a mic and started asking questions. Nobody was answering, so I started asking them back.
Great.
Yeah. Now we got some new events coming up. I got these from Jenny Moses. Sent this in to me this week, or maybe it was this week. November 4th, and they got 2 events in Shelby, North Carolina. November 4th, the final battle at Shadyside Dragway. You can look on the Whiskey Cars and Cigars page. I've got a flyer up on that. This is another gasser race. It's going to be pretty cool. And then Greer Dragway is having a nostalgia race, the Hot Rod Revival, November 4th in Greer, South Carolina. So that's going to be a lot of cars in one state. The side of the country may tilt a little bit. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And where are we November 4th?
That was the CreepyCon I was just talking to. We were supposed to be there, but they're booked. And then Jekyll Island wants us, but I haven't heard back. They're trying to make floor space for us. So if they can make floor space for us, I think that may be November 4th. So we're
that's cool.
Somewhere.
We are my wonderful wife, the author Lynn Gibson, the twisted Southern horror queen.
Yes.
Is booking our 2018, and right now I'm ahead of you. I think we've got 11. I got 11 race events in 2018, and you've got six cons lined up.
No, we've got more than 6 lined up because we're going back to all of them that we've done this year.
So you got at least
9.
So we're at 20. So that's 20 weeks of 2018 we've already got booked.
Yeah, I
like that. I like that. And what about your new book? Did you get me a copy of that to show? This was something that's kind of Mitch Hyman, Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. Good movie you can get on Amazon. Check it out. Hulu, any of that stuff. Walmart. Mitch Hyman he's a great guy. He's a good friend of ours. We met at Spooky Empire at Universal Studios 2013. Mm-hmm. Just a great guy. He's the devil in Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. Well, Mitch had an idea. There was Mitch, Lynn, Tyson Hanks,
Melissa Gibbo.
Is it Gibbo or Gibbo? Melissa Gibbo. John Catapano. Nations.
I don't know that one. That's a new member of the Dark Alley Crew.
Well, these writers, along with Lynn, are called the Dark Alley Crew. I call them a little something different. So Wade Cuevas just joined. Hey, Wade, this one's for you, buddy. Smooth. That apple pie moonshine, baby. He loves it. But anyway, this is called a round robin story. What Mitch did is they got these authors and he told them to write 10 pages each.
They said write as much as you wanted to.
Okay, they said write. One person started the story. No, I'm not guzzling. Oh, I'm drinking up, cuz. You better believe that. But one person started the story, wrote so many pages to it, and the next author didn't get everything that author had written. They just got the last page, and they had to pick the story up and go from there. And then when that author got through and submitted their work, the last page of that she wrote, or he wrote, went to the next author and just kept going down to all these people wrote. Well, The Dark and Stormy Night is the story that they all collaborated and wrote, and none of them knew what the story was about until after it was complete. Yeah. And actually, they still didn't know what the story was about even after complete. Lynn just got her books in today on this so she can read it. So we don't know how the story goes yet. But this book, The Dark and Stormy Night, it's a round-robin story by a bunch of different authors. The Dark Alley Crew is what they're called, and this is the book, The Dark Alley Crew. It's going to be kind of interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to reading it. Lynn said she was going to read it while we're driving to Kentucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cover kind of scares the shit out of me.
The good thing about that, if you want the hard copy book, the only place you can get that is from one of the authors.
Okay.
However, the ebook edition is on Amazon on Kindle for 99 cents. We're all top-selling authors. This is going to be a good read. And here's the kicker. All of us are taking the profits from the book and are donating to our own favorite charities. So all of us have chosen our own charities, and we donate proceeds from the book to them. And mine, of course, will be going to the SPCA.
Okay. So the proceeds of the book from each author goes to the charity of the author's choice.
That's correct.
Okay, and you can download the ebook on Kindle.
On Kindle, on Amazon.
On Amazon for 99 cents right now. Okay, so do that. Wade, if you click the special button on this, Wade, when you're ordering this book, it comes in really, really big letters, so you'll have more pages and make it easier for you to read. Wade Cuevas is a friend of mine, but he's from out there in the Kill. Big letters. Small words.
Wade, don't take that from me, honey. Don't take it from him.
Bailey Trotchclair wants to know how much is the hard copy?
$5.
$5. All right. $5 for the copy of the book. Will you autograph it for that? Okay, so anybody wants one of these books, she's got what, 25 of them? 21 of them. 20 of them. She's got 20 of them. All right. While the show's going on tonight, anybody that wants this book, it's $5 autograph plus $3 shipping, $2 shipping, and she'll ship it to you. Bailey, you live here, so you can give it to that knucklehead Richard. No, I meant Steve. I'm sorry. They starting to look so much alike because they're hanging around. I got confused.
No, they don't. Not even a little. No.
But for everybody who's listening tonight and watching, The Dark and Stormy Night, a round-robin story by 6 authors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 authors. 7 authors. I don't know. A bunch of authors who only wrote a little bit of each one. None of them knew what the story was. You can get this on Amazon for 99 cents. Ebook. Or you can text into the show right now on all those little things where it says text, write a comment, send me who you are, I'll send you a message back, or Lynn will send you a message back. Tell her what you want the autograph to say. She'll autograph the book for you and get it out to you quickly. All right. Now, man, I tell you what was I going to talk? I didn't get any call-ins tonight. Well, that's, but I like those unpromptu call-ins. I don't know. I've got my Twitter cam going up, or my Periscope cam going up here, and I got buttons that I can push.
Oh.
But I'm not going to push them.
I wouldn't.
This thing went out. Oh, and Mike's Cigars. If you want to order some cigars from Mike's Cigars, if you want to order a box or 2 boxes or a good order of cigars or whatever you want to do, check out MikeCigars.com and use the Whiskey Cars and Cigars discount code. If you put in an order and use the code WCC10, you get 10% off your order. And that's on anything Mike's carries. Cigars, ashtrays, lighters. I'm not going to say cutters because I'm a man. I pinch the end of the cigar off with my finger. I don't use a cutter like Greg Lalonde. Who had a birthday this weekend. This week. Greg Lalonde, I'd like to wish you a happy birthday. He's 74. He's a 74-year-old man trapped in a 55-year-old man's body. It's terrible.
With an obsession to thongs.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it.
Bike riding in thongs.
Yeah. I got a picture somewhere of him riding a bike in thong.
And I'm the creepy one, right?
That wasn't creepy. That was just wrong. Charlie Benson's wanting some moonshine to make the run at the Rock. If Mike has a new 1471. That's pretty good stuff. Those are ABOs I love. I love them. Get you, Mama's sitting there, Lynn's sitting here smoking my cigar and drinking the moonshine. Now that's a wife. That's a dedicated wife right there. And she's batshit crazy. Well, perfect. All right, back to Night Risers Con in Elizabethtown, E-Town, Kentucky this weekend. John Thompson. We're gonna share this. So if you're listening to the show, and like I said, Harlan, Kentucky's got some awful good apple pie moonshine. So I don't know if Elizabethtown has got anything that they're famous for, but Harlan, Kentucky's apple pie moonshine and that freaking barbecue was excellent.
Yeah.
That barbecue was good.
Yeah. We do barbecue, John.
We do barbecue. So Elizabethtown has got a cool cast of stars that are going to be there. We've got Miko Hughes from Pet Sematary.
Mm-hmm.
He was Gage in Pet Sematary. And Malcolm Denier from the movie Christine, and Bill Gibson, another Gibson. So they got two Gibsons in one place. That can't be good.
Oh, scary.
But he has the Christine movie car. So the Christine movie car and the Adrian's Fury Dragster are going to be at this event.
Stephen King inspired.
It's a Stephen King inspired event.
There.
Let's see. Tim Shockey will be there with the Green Goblin head from Maximum Overdrive. And you know the truck stop? You know the name of the truck stop?
I don't remember. I used to.
He's got those stickers that he has that he sells with the Goblin head and the Goblin merchandise and stuff. He's got the stickers to that truck stop, AA truck stop, or big A truck. I'm thinking about, he's got them like 6-inch stickers. I'm thinking about getting two of them and putting on Dragster.
I think that'd be cool.
I think that would be cool as hell.
Yeah, I think so. I was thinking for your shop. I didn't think about the Dragster.
No, put them on Dragster.
Get three and put one on.
No, they're not that. They're only like 6 inches. I'd like,
I see.
But the Vampire Sandal Sal Lizard will be there.
I just can't bring myself to say lizard.
We've been calling him Lazar for 3 years?
I told them I was going to continue to call him Lazar.
Yeah, and he said, no, it's Lizard.
No, it's not.
And then Bishop Stevens, pro wrestler and actor, is going to be there. Excuse me, that Moonshine had a little talk back to it.
Assassin,
Bishop Stevens going to be there, and I have got him. I went and stopped and picked up some 3X, triple X, large vampire chassis shirts today just for him.
Yeah.
So I can get a picture with, because we're getting so many wrestlers and actors that are taking picture with the Dragster.
Yeah.
And I try to dress them all in vampire chassis shirts.
I like it.
Ricky Morton from the Rock and Roll Express has got a vampire chassis shirt, and he's at that NHRA race in Orlando this weekend. And you remember what he promised?
He said
he would be wearing the vampire chassis shirt at that event. So Ken Thibodeau is there, so I'm going to get Ken Thibodeau to look for a short guy with a mullet and a vampire chassis shirt.
Should stand out.
It should be, he should.
And then you got pictures of Hacksaw Jim Dugan wearing the shirt.
Hacksaw Jim Dugan.
Yeah, that's on the
Swole.
website.
Did Swole have a shirt on?
Swole did not have a shirt on. I don't think we had one big enough.
Yeah, we didn't have one big enough.
Day.
But now he's 258 pounds.
Yeah, we would need.
He's gone from 360 pounds to 258.
We would need 2X for him, maybe?
I'm 258. He's not taller than me.
No, but you do a 1X.
I do an extra large.
Okay. We got to get Swole a shirt.
We got to get Swole a shirt. Get Big Swole a shirt. And you'll be there.
I will be there. We made the celebrities list.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It is at the Pritchard Community Center, 404 South Mulberry Street in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. They will also be having, and this is something I'm interested in, they've got the J.D. Watts Memorial Car Show in the parking lot, October 29th from 12 to 5. I'm going to enter the Dragster in that.
I think you should.
I'm going to enter the Dragster in that. Registration is between 9 and 10, $20 a car. I'm entering the Dragster in that.
Yeah, I think you should.
And then let's see. They have a silent auction from 12 to 7 on the 28th, and then 11 to 5 on the 29th, and all of the benefits from the silent auction goes to Warm Blessings. Now, I wasn't sure what Warm Blessings was. What I was thinking was nothing what Warm Blessings is, but I wrote down a little thing that I wanted to talk about Warm Blessings just for a second. Its hot meals are served Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evenings from 5:30 to 6:30 at Dixie by E-Town Donut in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Meals are delivered on Monday and Thursday to senior citizens and shut-ins who and the frail due to age and illness. So it's a pretty cool little, little plug for them. Didn't know anything about them until I was reading further down on the Night Risers Con page, their actual website. So we can take, for the silent auction, we can do book, Vampire Chassis shirts, maybe some Get Bit shirts or something, and we'll put a little package together from us to do for that, for their silent auctions.
I didn't know about that, Jerry.
Kim Moranto's just joined and checked in. Good to see you, Ken. Hope you're feeling all right. Hope you're doing all right, Kim. Hope you're doing all right. I get Kim and Ken, those two guys. Meatball, my boy Meatball. Meatball, this is Harlan, Kentucky Apple Pie Moonshine.
Now, did you see the other charity event they have?
Who?
Night Risers?
No.
Night Risers is doing a bike ride.
I did see that. Is it a Monster Mash bike ride or something like that?
That's exactly what it is. It's not like a pedal bike.
Right, yeah, I know what.
The proceeds for that go to a local veterans charity.
Oh, cool. We got to get in. We got to do something with that, too.
Yeah,
we got to get it. Yeah, we got to get in. Uh-oh, this just in. It looks like we have another scoop. Where the hell did it go? Steve. All right, Steve Godwin from the ADRL just sent me this just in.
Well, that may have been an old message that just came through your phone. Or the show started.
Well, let me see. No, I got all that stuff. I just turned the phone on. Uh-oh. John Gaydosh of Gaydosh Performance will be driving his Pro Stock car at this event also. Oh, man.
Oh, snap.
Let's see if y'all can see that picture. Let me try to find out located here. I'll put this up on the Whiskey Cars and Cigars page. So they're going to have a Pro Stock car at the Rock as well. I'm just key. That's a Camaro like yours. I'm glad you ain't see it. You brought one.
See it.
Leave that alone.
I'm still contemplating.
There she goes with the moonshine again. Wade, this woman won't quit drinking the moonshine. You finished it.
There was...
No, thank you. No, thank you. I just say no.
There's another sip in there. There you go.
Oh. I love doing that.
You were so special.
So yeah, we got the scoop with the TV show that's going to be filming at the ADRL at the Rock. That's kind of cool.
That's the one on November 4th?
That is the one November 17th.
Okay.
Motor Mania TV is going to be broadcasting.
Where is that at?
That is in Rockingham, North Carolina.
It could happen. I don't think we have anything scheduled mid-November.
Well, you heard that, Steve. You heard that. The moonshine. Charlie and Steve, y'all hear that? The wife just says, I don't have anything to do in the middle of November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it could happen.
It could happen. Man, I got all these things popping up. Nitro Harleys, Nitro Funny Car, Nitro Nostalgia Funny Cars, Gassers. Man, these guys are killing me with scoops tonight.
That's awesome.
They just stealing the show with all the scoops. I like that.
I like it too.
So, yeah, let's see what time it is. What time it is.
You can always run out of pages. You got 15 minutes left.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Oh, yeah, I'm real good.
What, you made the font bigger?
I made the font big. Yeah, I was looking like the show was going to run a little short tonight. I was running out of pages, so I jumped in there a few minutes ago and I changed it to a 24 font, so I added 3 more pages, so I'm good.
He's happy in his little world, y'all.
Man, you just don't,
I do know.
All right, let's see. So after Night Risers, what do we have?
We have a whole bunch of stuff we're confirmed for appearances for, but nobody's giving us dates yet.
Oh.
I think the first one up, there's one in December we're waiting for. And then
is that Jekyll Island?
No, that's November.
Okay.
Then the first one slated for next year is February, which is Pensacon.
Pensacon. Oh. Let's see, I got a call. Here we go. I hope this isn't one of those dirty ones. Hey, this is Johnny Blender. What's going on? Hey, buddy, I was talking about your event earlier. I got the reaction times in, and I got the burnout winner in, and something else. Do you got anything else you want to tell me about? Oh, the what?
The distance, the long haulers.
Yeah, we talked about the long haulers too. I went through the list. I went over the list of the long haulers as well. Hey, hey man, do you have any of those shirts left? Because I put a promo up on those and told people if they were interested in those shirts, there may be a few left. So I just wanted to check. Do you have any left?
I got small mediums, and I've got some 3Xs and then some 4Xs. So we can still shoot them to them, and $20 to their house, one price. That covers shipping or postage, just $20. Okay?
That sounds great, Jesse. And again, I said in the show earlier, I apologize for not being able to make it to the event. We started leaving the house and had a water pump go out. Then I played tag with the parts house, getting the right parts the rest of the afternoon. And then by the time I got it changed, I was just so disgusted I couldn't do anything.
South Carolina, they got to be South Carolina, I'm going to be up there Saturday, November 3rd, so anybody listening in, 3 or 6 hours, don't say it's Greer, South Carolina, on the racetrack on November 4th.
That's right, and I also covered, they've got another gassers race that same night in Shelby, North Carolina.
Guys too, and people depending on what they like to see and watch. It's a shame it worked out when 2 of them was on the same weekend, but there's plenty out there for everybody, and we wish everybody good safety and safe travels, and God bless everybody.
Well, thank you, Jesse, and Uncle Jesse, I sure do appreciate you calling in and talking to us tonight. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good evening. Get some rest. Bye-bye. That was Mr. Jesse. Uncle Jesse as well. He's only a couple of years older than I am, but he's the only person I know that is older than me named Jesse, so I call him Uncle. He's been adopted. He's Uncle Jesse now. But that was kind of nice that he called in.
Yeah, that was good. It was good to know he made it in. Everything was okay.
Well, I got another big message here.
Uh-oh.
Charlie Benson. Brandon Vale checked in and said he's got, I got any PMF shirts. You mean PMP shirts? Yeah, I got some PMP. I don't know what the hell PMF is. I think that's what Lynn has. Isn't that PMF? But yes, I've got some PMP shirts, Brandon, and some Vampire Chassis shirts. Send me an address because I think your address that I had was in the other computer that got drowned last year, so I don't have updated address on you, but send me that, and I'll get you a couple of Vampire Chassis, which the Vampire Chassis shirts are cool, and the PMP shirts. Oh, Charlie Benson's checking in. The Rock in North Carolina is going to be rocking with all the hardware showing up. Can't wait to be there. Bad Boy Racing will be there. I hope we can hold off the Southern Charge. Here, he's coming down from New York.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be some
You know, I may just have to take some of them New York days of mine when I lived up in New York. And I may have to go down there and I may have to hit that race and just be there to support him, so he's got to break the Southern Charge up.
I would get in the middle of all that.
I don't know. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, of course you would.
All right. You trouble.
I'm trouble.
You trouble. Oh, and as everybody can notice, I've got our new whiskey cars and sugar, that damn moonshine. Our whiskey cars and cigar shirts with Johnny Blender on Armed Radio I'm wearing tonight. These are really, really nice embroidery shirts. These shirts are silky smooth and cool, and they breathe. And
I'm loving all those cool logos.
You like that. You like that. And that's from our buddies at R&R. Our R&R print, our pirate place, R&R Printing in Amite, Louisiana. And Charlie said he'll welcome me to help bust that Southern Charge up.
Oh yeah, it's getting thick, ain't it?
I told Steve, Charlie, that I kind of wanted to just find out about maybe getting down there and doing some announcement or some interviews and some live stream broadcasts. So that's something he was checking in for me, checking out for me to see if that would be possible. So yeah, we'll see. I'm getting more thumbs up, smiley faces, and all kind of stuff going across the bottom. I just love it. Brandon Vale. I got it, Brandon. Brandon Vale, old Marine Corps guy. Semper Fi.
Yes, indeed.
Like your dad. Your dad was a Marine.
Yeah, I'm aware. Explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I love my father-in-law. He's a great man.
Yes.
Glenn Spillman's checked in. Glenn Spillman is another one of our talk show people here on Armed Radio. He has a show directly after this show tonight. Now, he's been out somewhere, I think, in Nevada, shooting a movie.
Yeah, I know he's been on set. I don't know.
He's been on set. I think it's Nevada. But he's got a show directly after this one called Sports Insider here on Armed Radio. His is live as well, Sports Insider. I don't know what the hell that is. I just got a TH.
He also has a show on Friday nights, Cellar 13 Films, because he's a movie producer.
He's a movie producer, an actor, and stunt guy, and chief bottle washer, and publisher, and yeah, he's got
MovieLoversUnite.com.
I'm glad she's here. She knows all this other stuff that I don't. Carson City, Nevada is where he's been filming. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the shirt. But Glenn's show, Sports Insider, he covers sports. I tell you what, I didn't check his show last week, but I know the first couple of weeks of the NFL season, his parlays were right on. If you listen to him on some of the parlays and stuff that he picks, he's pretty good at picking. If I was a gambling man, I might have to invest a few dollars in some of his picks. But, you know, I have a wife.
Yeah, he does.
Which my wife has done the wonderful thing for me. My Dodge truck, she ordered me a Bully Dog programmer, DT, started installing that little thing today, and I will tell you that the Bully Dog programmer is harder to set up than the Adrian Fury dragster was to build. I have to call tech support at Bully Dog again tomorrow so they can rewrite some code for the error code that my truck is throwing now. So, but yeah, Bully Dog, I just can't wait. And then tomorrow evening we are leaving for Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Night Risers, here we come. Ready or not.
Hopefully we'll get there to at least catch the last part of that zombie walk.
That zombie walk, I heard you talking about that on your show, which Lynn has a show here on Monday night, The Twisted Southern Horror Queen at 7 Eastern or 7 Central, 8 Eastern time, where she talks creepy, scary, horror stuff. So yeah, Glenn, how did you like the promo ad I put together for my show?
Sure.
I got a lot of comments on the promo ad. I want you to know that it took a lot. I'm not going anywhere close to that.
It's a sick mind. It's a really,
now,
truly
my
sick
mind is not that sick. Alan Lloyd one of our sponsors for the dragster with Surreal Studios is the one who did that for me.
I know, but we've been corrupting him for years.
Yeah, we have been.
He's come along nicely.
He's come along nicely. At Surreal Studios, we've got a program or ad up for them if you're in this area. Weddings, graduations, funerals. Not funerals, but he'll do the video there. He's a producer and editor, and he's got the puppet show.
Yes.
Still won't let me use his midget.
I think midget's a freak.
The little midget, yeah, that guy's pretty cool.
Him.
I like him. He's pretty cool. Bailey said, Bailey, if you miss Lynn's show on Monday night, you can watch the video anytime. You can listen to it on TuneIn Satellite on Armed Radio. You can listen to it at Spreaker.com, as well as my shows, as well as Glenn Spillman's shows, as well as Pot Talk, Night Talk with Joe Rocks. You can listen to any of these shows, and they're everywhere. SoundCloud, Ustream, the stuff is everywhere. I just, it's everywhere. I keep, more updates.
Awesome.
Yeah. Chris Heskey. Chris Heskey sent me a barbecue sauce out of Biloxi, Mississippi. It's a veteran-owned guy, makes barbecue sauce. Jay Good, I think. Can't remember. I closed the picture. But he's supposed to be getting me some of that barbecue sauce. And he's supposed to be letting me know he was talking to somebody at Tallahassee Con.
I reached out to them and haven't heard back.
He was talking to Brian. So I don't know who Brian is. Man, I got more thumbs and hearts and I tell you, I love this, man. I love this. This is pretty good. All right. Glenn getting ready for his show right after this. Sports Insider, you can catch that here on Armed Radio. Lynn's giving me the 2 fingers, so that means I'm in deep doo-doo, or there's 2 minutes left on the show. I never know. But, I will take that 2 minutes to tell everybody about my HempWorks hemp oil. This stuff has been amazing. It's made with CBD oil. It's got a little bit of peppermint extracts in it that gives it a decent flavor. It's great for pain. I've been using this to help my sciatic problem, my back problem, my knee problems, my shoulder problem, my disc problems in my back. My arthritis, my neck. I pretty much use this for a little bit of everything. But let me tell you what the cool thing is. 2 weeks ago, I talked to Lynn about having to put my German Shepherd down because he's 14, 15 years old, and he's in pretty bad shape. And I was thinking about putting him down. Well, Ken Thibodeau and his wife Sandy came back from Las Vegas for the HempWorks convention, and they said that HempWorks had made a hemp oil for animals. So me being me, I said, I need to find out about this. So I took 3 drops of the hemp oil. I put it on the ceramic tile on the floor, and my German Shepherd licked it off. I've been doing that to him every day for the last week. Mm-hmm. And now the old boy is running around chasing the other dogs, chasing his tail. It's actually pulling a little bit. He's got that hip dysplasia, which is real bad, but he's actually moving around like a totally different animal. There's no way I would think of putting him down right now. And that was something that was just killing me. You got to end it up there, buddy. All right, man. I want to tell everybody good night. Thanks for checking us out here on Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. Catch us next week. Good night, everybody.